I like my beat down low, down low, down low. I like my top laid back, laid back, laid back. That was a motherfucking class right there. What's going on, y'all? It's the Pen and the Pad, another episode right here, man. What is this, episode 5 or 6? Or shit, it could be 7. I think it's 6, if I'm not mistaken.
It's 6.
Forgive me, y'all. I really do think it was episode 6. So
We working.
We trying. This is episode 5. This is episode 5 right here. And this episode is featuring the one and only. Nah, fuck that, man. What's up? This is the Pen and Pad. I am your host, Keon Mac, y'all, aka This Is Mac, and this is presented by This Is Mac Network. I'm here with the co-host, man, with the young man, young up and coming artist. Terry, talk to the people, man. Come on, young guy.
It's MC Terry.
MC,
What's good,
yeah,
people?
they know you old as a bitch now. As soon as you said MC, they said, what?
Oh, I gotta say,
you gotta say love or young.
I gotta say love.
Yeah, or young or
But
NBA.
damn, if I say young MC, then they gonna be like, damn.
Don't be young MC, young Terry. That'll fit. Terry's kind of old now. Like, we got old names now, man. Get y'all the people we know. We got old names. Well, not mine. I don't think my name's old.
Little young Hatch.
You know, you call somebody Terry, like, boy, you name after your dad, ain't it? You know
Little
what I
Hatch.
mean?
Little half-ass.
Little ass la bar. La bar. Trying to get that boy Frazier on here. So we're gonna go ahead and shout him out. I'm trying to get him on, but he say he don't listen to young nigga music no more. He's a father now. He say he don't listen to that young nigga shit no more.
Hey man, look, Frappe, we need you, Frappe Frazier.
Man, we'll love to have you on the show, man. I'm trying to get Salone on this bitch, man. I think I gotta reach out to her my goddamn self, cause shit just ain't going the way I want it to go right now. But shout out to y'all, Salone, if you fucking listening, get your ass on this motherfucking show. But Terry, what's up, man? What's been going on, man?
Man, maintaining, man. Just a little bit under the weather slightly.
We all, aren't we fucking all? But I took some medicine, which went into my lungs as I exhaled it out. And it definitely lifted me to a certain point of life with no return. Yes.
So are you talking about drugs?
Yes, medication is drugs. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let's leave it at that. I am talking about drugs.
No.
I am talking about drugs, ladies and gentlemen. Medication. I am talking about. Anyway, so we got the album To Me. What this episode is about. It's all about the boy Offset and his new album, Set It Off. His second solo album, Set It Off. Now,
Set it off in this motherfucker.
Now, within this, he's done things with Travis Scott, Don Toliver, Future, Cardi B's on it 2 or 3 times maybe. Lotto, Mango Fu. Who else we got on here? Goddamn, Young Nudie, Chloe. Hey, Chloe. We got like so much on here, and I was listening to Offset earlier. Let me go ahead and turn this beat down a little bit. I was listening to Offset a little earlier, and not the album, but he did an interview, and I don't know if I could find the shit or not, but anyway, he did this interview, and he was talking about how the game is. And he was saying like how the game isn't the same like it used to be, and no one's bringing anything new to the table, because he was talking about more of what's going on with the album sales and stuff like that. So currently he's number 5 on the Billboard's top 200 albums. He's number 5, so that's fucking good.
Yeah.
I can't tell you who's in front of him or whatever. I'm pretty sure Drake's ahead of him. But I don't know the direct list, and maybe I should have had that in hand, but I honestly forgot to mention this shit. So he was just going on and he was talking about how no one's bringing anything different. No one's bringing nothing to make you say, let me go out and actually purchase this album. So they're expecting the low sales. People are getting immune to this. They're starting to understand, okay, we're not going to sell that much albums if you're not the huge stars, because the way Beyonce is right now, the way Jay-Z is right now, the way Drake is right now, back in, I don't know, early 2000s, mid 90s, they wouldn't be doing, 300, 400,000 in the first week. They would be hitting that million spot. They'll be going diamond by now. These people will be going diamond. But because the days change, them selling 5 million or 6 million compared to, if I was to talk about Offset, I think altogether, if I look a year from now, he might get, I don't know, 600,000-700,000 albums, so units moved, period. His streams is going to be fucking crazy. That's going to be way up in the fucking millions. Possibly billions, depending on how his advertisement go from this point and so forth. But, he kind of understands what's going on with the music business. Yeah. And me and you talked about this before. I went overboard when we was projecting how many units Nas was going to move on his last album. Even the album before that, Magic 2, and you said it yourself. You was like, man, I see him doing about, 10, 12,000. I'm like, what? Like, that's Nas, man. What you mean, 10 to 12? Come on, man. Ain't nobody. In the 90s, that would have been, yeah, let's get rid of you. You're not employed here anymore. You did 10, 12,000 first week. Fuck out of here. But
costing us money.
As my co-host mentioned to me on that show, is nah. So they changed, man. It changed, and I really didn't pay too much attention to that. I'm just a music head, but you obviously seen a little bit inside that department, or read up, or figured out whatever was going on in there. And you were right. These motherfuckers really selling like 15, 20, 30,000, a week. And it's like, sheesh. That's more like first day sales to me. Like, that's what it was. But by the time the fucking week has ended, you should be at, a couple of 100,000, at least 100,000.
Yeah.
And so, he's saying he wants to change the game and he wants to bring that back. And this album right here, Set It Off. Set it off on the nigga Woody. Set it off. This album, I'm already saying off top, is my favorite album this year. Rap album this year. Probably just this year, period. I do love the Love album, the Diddy, Off the Grid. That's my R&B album. If you ask me what's the best R&B album this year, I'm going with Diddy. But if you asking me for hip hop, for rap, right now, because we still have West Side Gun to do later. But for this one, for as far as right now, I'm going with Takeoff. West Side Gun, I fuck with him. I'm already predicting I'm going to fuck with Takeoff album more after it's all said and done.
You mean Offset?
Shit. Offsets. Rest in peace, Takeoff.
Yeah.
Rest in fucking peace, Takeoff. I'm sorry.
Rest in peace, Takeoff.
Oh, man. Why I lose my brothers to bullets? Lose my mother to cancer? That boy said I knew I was the one when I left the group. Hey, man. Offset. This album. What do you think about this album, man?
I think this is a great effort. A great, solid second album. Already was a huge fan. Still a big fan of Offset. I always thought he was the lyrical dude out of the group. So, I'm liking what he brought to the table thus far with this second album. Looking forward to see how far he's going to push it with the singles.
Now, can you explain to us how you felt the first time you listened to this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You gonna tell him, motherfucker?
I think I just told you.
I said, can you tell us how you felt the first time you listened to the album? You said, mm-hmm.
Oh, the first time I listened to it, yeah, it was I was in a different setting, but once I got in the car and I started listening to it in the car in different areas, and I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, it grew on me a little more. So it's a hot album.
Ah, fuck that, man. He's slow dragging, y'all. Let me explain. The first time you listen to this shit, this nigga, he liked some songs. Everything had to grow on him. He was he was doing all that a lot. It was good. It was odd. It was kind of dry with it.
Hey, buddy. I can admit one. Okay. I can admit when I'm. Hey, I just said
I don't want you to admit. I don't want you to admit. I want you to explain the story. You ain't explaining the way it went down. Oh yeah, different setting. 2 + 2 is 4. So yeah, it's like no, nigga. Explain that shit. He won't really feeling it. I think he gave the album a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I did, but it was for certain reasons, not because of the lyrical content. I was looking at it for more of the production.
He didn't like the productions. He didn't like the features. Most of the features. You didn't like one song because it was too short. Come on, man. This is little shit. Fuck it. Pull it out there.
And I still stand by what I said. I stand by it too.
It was too short.
I can revise my opinion a little bit once I listen to it in different settings.
Okay, liar!
I see why this.
You're a liar.
I see why this song goes.
A liar! You're a liar, Morris, and you're throwing jabs. Fucking liar! Oh man! So with those, I love this fucking album, man. I love it since the first time I listened to it. When I listened to it the second time, it wasn't to make sure of nothing. The second time was because how much I liked it the first time. I was excited. I ain't said, man, let me listen to this just there. I'm like, man, I'm about to put that damn Offset on. This is in rotation. This is rotation vibes. If you like driving around to certain music, you're going to put this in your whip. That's going to be your ride music. You're going to throw this in that playlist. If you in a relationship and you got your ride or die boo with you, you're going to keep this. You're going to keep at least 6 of these songs on that playlist.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If you out with your niggas, you smoking, you banging, you ganging, you doing everything, you out there, you slimy with it, you gonna keep this album.
Why the nigga know?
It's for everything. You robbing niggas, it's for you. You killing niggas, it's for you. Inspiring rapper, it's for you. It's for you.
You trapping, man.
You trapping.
Doing porn.
It's for you. You jealous, it's for you.
You out here trying to catch a ski.
It's you. Man, I mean, the fucking intro on the river. Yeah. It was quick. It was to the point. It was lyrical. I loved it.
It set a tone.
I loved it. It wasn't no fucking chorus or nothing going on in there. It was just him. That's how you do that's how you do a intro. To the point. It
set
don't
a
have to be a
tone
full
for that.
song. It don't have to be a full song. Just give me a minute 30. That's all. Give me 90 seconds. That's it. But I don't want no chorus to it. And if it is one, it better be short. Or it better be a nice chorus. Be like, damn, I want to hear the rest of this. But this started off and it ended and let me know what type of album I was getting into. Say My Grace, Worth It, Broad Day, Fan, Freaky. How about The Van? That's my shit. I'm not going to skip past Say My Grace with featuring Travis Scott. That's your shit. I fuck with it. You know I fuck with it. I just love it.
Yeah, Say My Grace. I love it.
Yeah, man. Travis Scott. What do you think about Travis Scott in this one?
You say who you what?
I said, what do you think about Travis Scott in this one?
Typical Travis Scott. Typical. I expected that. I expected what I heard from typical Travis Scott, but it was still hot.
Mm-hmm. Now the crazy thing is on these, usually when you're looking them up, like on Spotify or Amazon or with me specifically Apple Music, they have stars beside the songs that the artist is usually pushing as their favorites or the one that they want to really put out there. Neither one of these songs are featuring Cardi B. Cardi B was on Jealousy. That's not one of the faves to push. And Cardi B was on Freaky. That was not one of the stars to push. I think because most likely that's either going to be part of Cardi B's next album. It could be one of those type of conclusions, but maybe not. That's a far fetch. But yeah. I think the album, the song speaks for itself. You got Cardi B on it. It's going to sell by itself. You need these others to push, like the one featuring you and Travis Scott, the one with you and Don Toliver, the one with you and Future. So I understand it. Say My Grace, that was definitely one of the hot joints on the album.
Yeah.
Worth It. Worth It, featuring Don Toliver. I'm biased on this. It's nothing I can do. I love every song. I love it all. I can't even rate these. I love it. I'm trying my best not to make it a 5, but I want to make this a fucking classic album. So I think due time, it probably happened. Broad Day featuring Future. That's my shit. I fuck with that one. Future definitely showed off on him. He was typical Future, but that typical Future's making, more than typical money. Broad Day is my shit. Fan, I like that. And these fucking productions, man. Like, so what do you? You didn't like the productions this much then. What do you think about it now?
I mean, I didn't like certain productions on certain songs. Like,
but what do you think about it now?
That's what I'm about to break down. Like when it came to Worth It, like the Busta Rhymes sample, I kind of that had to grow on me. So when I banged that in the car, I was like, okay, yeah, I like it now. It was until I had to listen to it in certain settings. That's it. But I think the production fits. It fits.
Looking ass.
Hey man, that's why I say you gotta listen to. You can't just listen to albums in one dimension a lot of times now, and that's one thing I had to learn. Is when you listen to albums, you might not be in a certain mood to listen to a certain album or certain people or certain beats or certain music.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean Joe Budden said as well. It was like when Offset album came out, he said I couldn't listen to it in the morning time. Offset's not a morning guy. And he listened to it at when he felt he could. I guess he was riding around in the truck, and he fucks with it. And I'm glad he fucks with it because before he even mentioned that, I was saying like this album is fucking fire. It is fucking fire. How about the van I shoot? How about the van I shoot? How about the van I shoot? Nigga. You know that's my shit, right?
Yeah.
You know that's my shit right there. I even like how fucking how the beat start off.
Yeah. Love it.
But high smoke.
This is one of them songs I wish it was a little bit longer.
How about the van I shoot? How about the van? Maybe it don't have to be that long, man. Like I think it was perfect as it is, man. If it had a feature on it, yeah, maybe.
Nah, I don't need no feature. He just that song just had to be a little bit longer. Okay.
Offset,
verse
Offset. I fucks with it. I had no
I
issues with this.
too.
I had no issues with this album, sir. You hear me? Now, luckily, Offset and some of the fans out there that's listening, if you would have heard our first preview, that's lost in the lost files now. But if you would have heard our first preview of this or review of this album, Offset, you would have thought I was your biggest goddamn fan of all time. So this is me actually piping it down a little bit, but Offset, I love the album. I wouldn't change anything. I just hope that the next album is even better. And if it ain't better, hey, keep it on this level. I'm okay with it. Keep it on this level. I'm good. I see what you're doing. You got a bunch of up-and-coming artists. You got a bunch of artists who name is out there, but not as out there as it should be. It's like you fucking with those artists for your time period, around your age, that kind of doing the same thing, or you feel like was in the same predicament you was in. You know what I mean? I can see Offset and Don Toliver. You know what I'm saying? Offset, he's just as popular as Travis Scott. Now, and I can't say if it's because of him and Cardi B or whatever the case may be, but since this album came out, I think it's definitely going to make a big name for himself. We had some nice joints on here, man. Anything stuck out to you on here, like besides Say My Grace? Any other songs that you like? Yo, this joint right here.
I'm about to say Dope Boys.
You said Dope Boys? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Dope Boys.
Yeah.
And Dissolve.
Uh-huh.
And a little bit of singing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bust My Watch. I'm not gonna stand. I like that. So
Skyami. Don't do that. Skyami.
Is that featuring Mango?
Yep.
Yeah, I did like that.
Skyami.
Yeah.
That's my shit right there. Fine as can be. Fine as can be. Featuring Lotto. Yo. I fuck with it, man. Like I said, that's you with your bitch type thing.
I like the hook.
I love the vibe of the song. Like you said, this shit puts you in different vibes. It takes you out. It takes you hanging with the niggas. It takes you making some moves that might risk your freedom and going to prison or some shit like that. But then again, it got that feeling of you going home to your ride or die and you know what I'm saying, just holding it down. So I fuck with it. I fuck with that. I'm trying to think which one of these.
I do like blaming on the set.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I do like blaming on the set.
Yeah. That was a good one right there too. What about let me see. Fan, like I said, I got that as one of the highest rated. Like the highest joints I had on here was like 4.5s. And I had a couple of them joints. And like I said, Skyami was definitely one of them. I even like the ending. I like the ending of this, the outro. I love Healthy. I was listening to it. Yeah. It wasn't a typical Offset type of, let me do this. See, and this was the difference between his first album and this album. He was actually testing the waters and trying out new things, and you on the right fucking track, homie. Healthy was just him speaking his shit and playing around with the beat and letting the beat, kind of pull him along with it, and he rode that ride. Once again, it's one of those songs just like the intro. It was quick, straight to the point, playing around with it, and ended it. I fuck with it. I'm just talking about it makes me want to listen to this shit a little bit more. But this was a great fucking album. So what we giving it, man? I gave it a 4. I really want to push 4.5, but I'm gonna stay at 4 though.
Yeah, I'm stay at a solid 4.
Okay, solid 4.
That's
It
a good
ain't a
rating for
solid
that.
2.5, is it?
Nah.
It ain't a solid 3.5, right? We're gonna
Yeah,
stick
I'm
with
gonna
the
keep it
solid
at
4.
4.
So
I
have you
think that's a
noticed?
good rating.
Have you noticed this is the only 4 album we got besides Harlem World? No. We Nas was a 4. The Magic 2, wasn't it? Or was that a 3? I think it was. That probably was a 3.
Yeah, I think we did it. We might have did a 3 on that one.
I think it was a 3. So Offset, man, what we gave Diddy, Jordan?
I'm getting that a 4.
But
That had to be a 4.
that's R&B though. But Offset, man, congratulations on this project. Beautiful, love it. I can't wait to hear more from you, man. I can't wait to hear the different people you work with. And what was that other joint with the joint with Chloe in it? Princess Cut. Chloe, you took that fucking song. I didn't even know that was I was vibing out to it and just listening to it. And Offset did his part in the beginning. Once Chloe came on, I forgot it was an Offset song. When it came on, I knew it was an Offset song. When it went off, I thought it was Chloe's song. So they both did their fucking thing. That's how you do a track. But it sounded like it was a Chloe song. And Offset just so happens to go, hey, let me get this and put it on my album. That's just what it sounded like to me, because she really, that's her type of vibes.
You finagled it.
Yeah, I want y'all to listen to that. Princess Cut. Listen to that featuring Chloe. That's Offset and Chloe. Beautiful, beautiful. Even Offset and Lotto. That joint's nice too. Fine as can be. Listen to that shit, man. And don't forget, hop out the van, I shoot. Hop out the van, I shoot. Hop out the van, I shoot. My fucking shit.
How about the van and shoot?
Woo!
How about the van and shoot?
How about the van and shoot? How about the van and shoot? My shit, y'all. Congratulations, Offset, man. You definitely did it good, man. I want to hear more. Man, any last thoughts on this album?
Not for me, sir. Everything they want.
Yeah,
Keep going
man.
in the right direction, in the same direction, man. You doing good.
Yep. And do you still think the first album is better?
I don't think that. I think it's an improvement as far as production, but the lyrics, yeah, I think they gotten better, like the same style.
Oh, we need to make that a soundbite. Next time I ask a deep question, I'm gonna just have a chord ready to fucking hit that soundbite for a pad. Oh shit. Offset, man, like I said, I can't thank you enough for this fucking album. Me and Frazier was talking earlier, and he said he don't get into this, the music like that anymore. And Frazier's more old school, kind of like I am. I know the first time I kicked it with him, we got in his car and shit, and he had like some old school music playing. And around that time is when I was introduced to, when I felt like I discovered, goddamn, what is his name? Anderson .Paak. And every time I ask someone about Anderson .Paak, nah, I don't know him. Nah, never heard him. And Frazier was the same way. And I played this song for him called Best One? Yeah, Best One by Anderson .Paak. And he was like, man, even back then, man, I don't really be listening to rap like that. I got R&B shit in my... I was like, I feel you. I said, but this shit right here, this is R&B. I said, but he's kind of a rapper, but I said, it's hard to explain. And put it in. He was like, I fuck with this joint. So I definitely feel he got more of an old school vibe. And I think me and him really would kick it well when it comes to old school music and jams and just, that type of scenery. But he also said, I don't get into the new shit, like that anymore. And I said, I'm the same way. I didn't until we started this podcast. And now it's like, yo, thank you. I'm glad we pushed for this.
Give me life. Have been
But I'm glad that I'm starting to open back up to music. I'm starting to open back up to hip hop. I'm starting to open back up to R&B. Thank you, Diddy. You brought that R&B back. I like that. I really fucking like it. So, like I said, Offset, I appreciate it. Diddy, I appreciate it. I love how the music is trying to get back to a certain point. I think it's going to be hard to get there, but hopefully they can control it.
Trying to get back to the era of creativity, like in the late 80s and 90s.
Selling them units. Trying to get back to get motherfuckers out there buying them fucking, because that's where all the money is. It's not in the streaming. It's in the fucking units being sold. You only selling 13, 14,000, like as a, you only getting $2 for, you might get you're not even getting 100,000 off of that. And you supposed to put that in a tour? Nah, it ain't happening.
I'm supposed to wear myself out for the team?
The team?
What team?
Fuck the team. Like, damn. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you, man. This is a good 4 right here, pushing the 4.5. Definitely have the ability of being a 5, which we consider a pen in the pad classic. We don't have a pen in the pad classic yet. We don't. Not upcoming, not new, but we might go back and listen to some other stuff. Like, we might go back and listen to Life After Death. We might go back and we even went back to listen to Camp Low, which is a hood classic for me. It was a 5 for me, but it wasn't for the both of us. You know what I mean? So, but taking my feelings out of it, no, it's not a 5. So that was close to being one of our pen in the pad. Who's going to be the pen in the pad first classic? We should do we're going to do pen in the pad awards, man. At the end of the year, we're going to do our pen in the pad awards and see who get best lyrics, best productions on the album. Hey, man. You might got something here. We might got something here. That's just more food for thought. Anyway, thank y'all for joining us, man. Hey, Terry, anything left you got to say to the people before we get out of here?
And down, check us out, man. Share, subscribe, and follow.
And make sure you looking ass. Man, it's a motherfucking pen in the past. Your Keon Mac, which is the host, co-host Terry. We out this motherfucker, man. Y'all be good out there. Peace out.
Big cooler.